osTicket is now installed, and you can see here this is one of my installations, and this has got the responsive theme also configured. You can of course customize the theme to meet your specific needs. This particular theme is responsive. Here you can see in normal it is not responsive. Here you can see that you can open the ticket and it is intuitive. All the tickets that will come to you, you can resolve it using mobile interface also, and you can create the shortcut on your phone. But here you can see that the existing theme is not responsive. So I'll show you all of that in my last video, that how you can have the custom theme and how you can create a new theme using the CSS and customize it to fit your needs. Homepage of the osTicket, if you customize it, you will see it looks very nice. And here if I show you the normal page for opening the ticket and checking the ticket status, and here you can see it is nicely done here. All these things will be shown to you at the end of this course, where in the last video you will see how you can set up the theme and how you can configure the theme. But before that, I want to show you all the features which are available and which will help you to configure the osTicket from scratch. We have installed it. Now the next step was of course to configure it in your production environment. So we'll be looking at all the features one by one, and then we will be configuring all the options. So let's begin this tutorial now. We were at demo.syncbricks.com. On the main page, you will see Support Center Home, which is home page. And then to open a new ticket, you can simply click here, provide the email address, full name, phone number. These are the default help topics while you install the osTicket. If the ticket is already created, you can click on check status. Email address and ticket number will be added here. So link will be sent, and then the person who has created the ticket, that person will be able to see the status of that. Our guest can also create the user. Either you can create an account, or you are an agent, so you can log in as agent. So if you click here, so it will open the agent panel here. Otherwise, you can choose demo.syncbricks.com or whatever the URL is, and /SCP, which is staff control panel. For SCP, once you log in, so you will get the same screen. Otherwise, on the home page, if you're not registered, end user also can create the user ID. So depending upon how the admin has done the setting, the user will be able to register the account. It all depends on your company's policy. If you don't want users to register by themselves and you want to create the user account. Now osTicket has two type of logins. One is for the control panel, where only agents can log in and agents can resolve the ticket, and the main application is for the users, where user will log in and then they will be able to create a new ticket and request for an update and enter any details related to the existing ticket. So we'll be first of all logging in within the staff control panel as admin. So we'll go here, SCP. Here I'll be entering the user ID and password, and now you can see here that the first ticket which is available here is osTicket installed. So you can simply delete this ticket in case you want to delete this, and here. Now you can see here this is the staff control panel, which is agent panel, and here if I click on admin panel, you'll be able to see all the settings related to admin. Now suppose if you want to make sure that everything is configured, then you want to launch this, you can click on offline and save it. Now if you see here the main page, it will show you the maintenance mode, and then you can start configuring it. So I'll keep it online so that we can see all the settings. So here on the settings, once you are in the admin panel, of course admin panel can be switched from here, so you can toggle between admin panel and the agent panel. This is the agent panel and this is the admin panel. I'll show you first of all admin panel, that how you can configure each and everything related to the administration of the osTicket. If you see here company, so you have to enter the company information and company website. For example, I'll mention here SyncBricks LLC as a company, and here is the website, and here I'll mention phone number, address of the company will be mentioned here, and then save changes. So this is the company information. Then the site pages, you can see here that there are various pages which are available. So one page is configured as landing page, offline page is also configured, and default thank you page is there. So you can manage all these pages also, that I'll show you. In case you want to change the logo, you can see here that these are two logos which are configured right now. You can change this for the staff control panel logo. So you can see here client, staff, logo. So these both logos are configured here. I'll choose the logo here and save the changes here. This is how you can change the logo. Now we'll move to the login backdrop. I'll be changing it here, save it here. Now if I show you here, so it will load the backdrop image, and here you can see the logo has also been changed. This was all about the company profile. Now we'll be clicking on system. In case you are changing the DNS of your help desk, so you can change the URL also, like for example that becomes support.syncbricks.com or helpdesk.syncbricks.com or care.syncbricks.com, so depending upon how you want to have it, so you can do that. The default department is support, so you can add the new department, for example IT support, HR support, administration, or any other department that you have. So you can create those departments and you can choose the default department, which means that whenever any ticket is created, so by default it will be assigned to that department. Force all requests through HTTPS, so we can force it from here. The web server is already configured, certificate is valid. Collision avoidance, for example agent is already entering something into the ticket, so another agent won't be able to enter anything because it is locked for this particular agent, so it will maximum hold for 3 minutes, then the lock will be released. And this is the default page size, that how many tickets will be visible on per page, so you can change it from 25, 30, whatever you want to make. And then is the default log level, so you can set up the log level based on the debug, warn, or error. Now all the logs which are related to warn message, so these will be stored, and you can purge the log to make sure that the system is not heavy. If you are monitoring the logs on periodical basis, so you can reduce it. For example, I'll do it for 3 months. So in case you want to add iframe into the support portal, so you can add multiple domains. So access control list, the user from the specific IP address will only be able to access it. So whether it is for staff or client, so this security feature is also here. So you can apply it to client or staff portals. If you disable it, so users will be able to access the support portal from anywhere. In time and date options, you can see a default locale here. Depending upon your region, you can choose the time zone or auto detect it, so it will take location from here. Otherwise you can choose it if system doesn't detect the time zones. Every user will have their own zones, but system default zone will be this particular. Then is the date and time format, which is locale default, so I'll be changing it. I'll be going here into advanced, so small for minute, so I'll be choosing dd/mm in capital means the month, and in small means the minute. So I'll be changing here ddmm, hour, minute, and for second here. And this is the day, date, and time format, and here default schedule is 24/7. This will help the SLA to function correctly, so that's the reason you have to choose the default schedule. Then is a primary language and secondary language, because we have not added any other language. So in case you want to add the language, you can add it through the installation wizard. Store the attachments. As in the beginning, we did not install other plugins. You could store the attachment in the folder also, or you can store the attachments in S3 bucket also. But by default, it is storing the attachment directly into the database as a blob. So we'll save these settings. And now we'll be going to the ticket settings. Default ticket number format is this. So you can change it. For example, if I want to make SB dash hash 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 hash. So now the ticket format will be like this. You can see here that automatically ticket will be created in this way. So how you want the ticket number to be sequenced, so whether you want to have random or you want to have a general ticket or ticket task sequence. So I'll create general ticket. So top level ticket counts, it will help you to count the number of tickets open, how many tickets are closed, and all of that. So I'll be enabling the top level ticket counts. Here is default status. So how you want to have the default status depending upon what type of ticketing system or what type of portal you are using. I'll be using it open all the time, so you can create the multiple status, which I'll show you later. To how you prioritize your ticket, you can have high, emergency, or low. So I'll choose normal here. What is the default SLA? It is 18 hours, so it is active right now, so you could choose various other SLAs also. Then is the default help topic. Right now it is blank, where the user has to choose which type of ticket a user is creating. So these are few help topics here. You can create multiple help topics, which I'll show you, and from these help topics you can even customize the specific form related to that specific help topic. And then is lock semantics. I will be locking on activity, which means that if the ticket is being viewed, so it won't lock the ticket for the edit. And here maximum open tickets per user, I will keep, for example, 10 tickets or 100 tickets per user. And here human verification, in case somebody is creating the ticket, it will ask for the captcha also. I'll enable this. So collaborator ticket visibility means that those agents who are collaborating on a specific ticket, so they all will be having the visibility on that specific ticket. For example, one ticket was created, it was shared with multiple agents, so they will have the visibility. If you disable it, they will not have visibility. So claim on response means that once an agent will send a response to any ticket, so automatically that ticket will be assigned to that agent. assigned. So in case you disable that, it won't assign automatically. So auto refer on close, agent is having limited access, so ticket will be automatically closed. So require help topic to close. In case the ticket is closed and the help topic is not relevant or help topic needs to be changed, so you can enable this so that when you are closing the ticket, help topic will be required. Allow external images, which means that any external link to upload the image will be allowed here. So it is by default disabled, so I will leave that. So here I'll save it. And then is the ticket attachment setting. This is crucial part here because users will start adding multiple attachments, which will increase the database size. So to avoid that, you can just make sure that maximum attachment size is 2 MB. And if you want to restrict any specific file type, for example, I want to restrict the music file, the video files, archive files. So only images will be allowed. So additional file types, for example, PDF extension, .png extension. So you can enable that. And maximum files, user cannot upload more than these many files. So we can't restrict the users, or customers might have various files or various tickets. So we can't restrict that. Save it. So now the new settings for the attachment is saved. This was ticket related settings. So we'll be going to the autoresponder once the ticket is created by the owner, and new ticket by agent means that once the agent is creating a ticket on behalf of the owner. So by default, this is selected here. In case you enable this, so email notification will automatically go to the user that you have created the ticket and that has been recorded. And once the agent will create on behalf of owner, on behalf of user, so that will also reach to that person. So new messages, it means that if any response is added to ticket, so it will send the confirmation receipt to the person who has added the response. If this is enabled, it means that any message which is added or any note which is added to the ticket, it will be sent to all the participants in that ticket. So over limit notice, if the SLA has already passed, so over limit notice will automatically go here. So we can even configure and customize these templates also to meet your requirements. And save changes. This was autoresponder in alerts for the new ticket. So who should get alert? So only department manager should get the email notification for the new ticket, or department members. So of course, department members are the people who will be resolving the ticket. So it's better to enable the notification to them. Once the new ticket is created, immediately those members will be getting the notification. And then based on the department, for example, if it is IT support department, so whoever is available from the members, they will be responding to that. And then there is a new message alert, which means that within the ticket, once a new message is created by the agents, so who should get that? The last respondent agent will get, and then the assigned agent will also get. So department manager also doesn't need maybe at this moment until the manager is given that responsibility. Then is about the internal note. So in case you enter internal note, I'll show you that also, that what is internal note and what is the message response. So these all can be added here. So then is the ticket assignment alert. If the ticket is assigned to a specific agent, that agent will get the notification, which is fine, but depending upon your requirements, you can do that. If the ticket has been transferred, whom the message should go, so right now it is disabled, I will enable and I'll assign agent or team. Overdue ticket, so who should get the overdue ticket? Assigned agent and department manager. You can see here that we did not disturb the department manager in all the places. Only once the ticket is overdue, then the department manager will get. So system alerts will be reaching to the admin. So there will be system logs which are enabled by default. SQL errors or excessive fail logged in attempt, these will be going to the system administrator. So we'll save the changes here. Now there are queues. As we are into the admin panel, of course, these setting needs to be configured properly. So now we'll move to queues. So queues are, in fact, if you log into the agent panel in open, there are 3 queues, which is open, answered, and overdue. In my tickets, I have assigned to me and assigned to my teams. In close, how many was closed today, how many yesterday, this week, this month. And in case you want to add multiple queues here, you can do that. For example, I want to add the open tickets which are open current month. So I want to see only current month tickets here. So how I'll do that, I'll go back here in the queue and I'll add a new queue. So in new queue, you will see here these are multiple tabs here. So first tab is that I want to have a queue name, for example, open tickets current month. And here I can use the ticket status. Parent queue is open, and these are in fact all open. So I want to see that whether it is answered or not answered or assigned. This is the queue search criteria. So I'll be choosing created date. Period here will be this month and create. If I save the changes now, this queue is now added. So it is open and open tickets in current month. So if I go back here right now, you can see it doesn't appear here, but the moment I refresh this, once the agent will see, agent wants to see all the tickets which are open in this month, agent will click here. So all the tickets which are opened in this month will be added here. Now it is very flexible. You can use any logic to create this queue. So if I go to tickets again, queues, so this queue is added. So you can add any queue of your choice. So settings related to tickets is completed here. So we'll be going to settings related to tasks. What is task? I'll just show you that. Now, for example, if there is a ticket which is created by the users, a report a problem, password not working, can you please help to update my password and create ticket. So here we need to enter, of course, the captcha. So it is C1F64. So create ticket. Now the ticket has been created. You can see here that the email will be automatically going to the user in case we have configured that. So here, once I refresh this, so I'll see a new ticket which is available here. So the ticket is created. So what is difference between ticket and task? One ticket can have multiple tasks. A password is not working, so there might be multiple people who will be doing various actions. So you can create those tasks for multiple users here. So who will be taking care of these tasks? For example, check the password issue. Please check. And here it is related to, for example, support and whom it is assigned. So you will be assigning to this person and assigning it for the next day, and done. So why task is important? You can have multiple tasks here assigned to the user, and until all these tasks are completed, you can't close the ticket. You can see here that ticket has one open task and cannot be closed. So which means that tasks has to be completed first and then the ticket. So this is the difference between task and ticket here within the osTicket. These are two settings related to the task. A task number. So I'll be creating task dash, and so this way the task will be created. So what is the task sequence? So whether you want to have general tickets or you want to have task sequence, I want to create the task sequence here, and the priority level. So I'll be using it normal. And here is alerts. So how do you want the task alerts to reach? So who should get the alert? So you will configure that the task assignment alert is enabled and agent or team. So whoever is the agent whom the task has been assigned, that agent will get the alert. And so this was the task related configuration. So in agents, of course, here you are not creating the agents. So this is agent related settings here. Name format is first name and last name. So whatever country you are into, so depending upon that, you can configure that. So first name, last name is the way we are using in this country. So I'll be using first name, last name. Hide the agent name on response. So if you want to have, you can do that. Here is the gravatar, whether you want to use gravatar. So I'll be recommending to use a gravatar because this will help your agent to be identified with their picture. Here is the password policy. So how you want to have the password policy created. This is the password policy for the agents, and require agent to turn on two-factor authentication. So you can enable that. You can add the Google two-factor authentication for a brute force attack. So once the agent is trying to log in for 4 times, lock out for 2 minutes, and this is great feature in fact. So agent session timeout is 30 minutes right now. The session is logged in from a specific IP, then the agent will not be allowed to log in from another IP for this session. It means that agent cannot log in from multiple IPs during the same time. So I'll be saving this here. So this was the agent related settings, and in case you want to change the template, agent welcome email, once the agent will be created within the system, and this is the sign in banner and password reset email. So these all emails can be configured depending upon your company. All the templates can be modified to meet your specific requirements. So we have created an account on your behalf, and this here you can add the name by yourself. By default it will be choosing whatever name has been defined, so you don't need to change that. But in case you want to add any other information here, you want to do any formatting here, so all of that can be added here. So this way you can change the templates for anything. It can be for the agents, for the users, for the tickets, and all of that. So you can of course change it to meet your specific needs. So once all of this is done, so we'll click on save changes. Now agent related settings are saved here. Now we'll be moving to the user related settings. So what type of users? So these are the end user, in fact, the customers, IT users, or these could be any users who are requesting for the support. So these are the users who are creating the tickets or who are logging in to create the ticket and to see the status of the tickets which they have created or which has been reported by them to the agents, and agents have created on their behalf. So for users also, how the naming format will be there as entered. So the way user has entered their name, so in the same way it will appear. Otherwise, first name, last name will be there. So whether you want the users to have the login ID to create the ticket, in some of the cases where you want to open the support portal for the customers, so you don't want customers to really create the users and then user ID and then create the ticket. So you want to have it for anyone. So I don't want to enable that. But for some specific clients where you want them to have the user ID and password and then log in and then get the support, so it is always good to do in that way. Also, registration method is also here. So who can register? Public, which means that anyone can register. If it is of course on public, which means that your customers can create, so you can use. Otherwise you can choose the private, which means that only agents can register the users. And then if I disable it, it means that all users are guests. I'll mention this private, only agents can register the user. So you will see the impact here. If I go to the demo site here, so if I click on sign in, here it will show you the create an account option here. So if I disable this option, which means that private, only agents can register the users. Now if I go back here to the sign in page, and you will see here that the registration link has disappeared. So this way you can control that how the user registration will be done here. We'll save these settings, and similarly you have the templates for the emails. So you must in fact take care of these templates, because this is the customer facing template. Pay attention to it. Here is sign in page also. So in sign in page you can of course customize it. I'll just show you that demo.syncpix.com. So you can see here the sign in page. So this is to serve you better. So I can mention it here. So here I can make the changes here. And once you refresh this page, you will see here sign in page information has changed. So this way you can customize it to meet your exact needs. So these are account confirmation page, password reset email. Please confirm email address in case you want to have double confirmation. So you can do that. So then is knowledge base, frequently asked questions or user manuals or details that can be enabled. So you can enable the knowledge base. All the frequently asked questions with the topic will be added. I'll show you that as well in detail. So here is required login, which means that to see the knowledge base, you want the users to log in first. This will be good in case you have the company's policies, procedures, guidelines, or user manuals which are private to the company, and you don't want to have any public access until the users have created the user ID. So you can do that as well. So I'll be using this particular option here. Save it. This was all about settings related to the osTicket, where we have seen the company, system, tickets, task, agent, users, and knowledge base. Now we'll be going to manage. In manage section, you will see how you can manage the help topics, filters, SLA, schedule, API, pages, forms, lists, and plugins. So we'll be going to the help topics first. For example, in your company, you are creating various type of support. So here it is a general feedback, general inquiry, report a problem. This is the parent and this is child of this. Now, for example, I'll create a new help topic here, which is IT support. And here, whether it is public or private, which means that only internally user can use this topic or externally public can use it. So I'll use external public, and the parent level is the IT support only. So I'll be adding a new topic. You can of course change the settings for the new ticket format also. Now, for example, a ticket is created. So here default ticket will be to IT department. So I'll be creating here add a new department, and department name will be IT department, and I'll create this department. So which means that once IT support ticket is created, it will be automatically assigned to the IT department. And what will be the default status? So it will be open. And what will be the ticket number? So I want the IT tickets to be used as IT dash and then the IT ticket number, and whether it will be random or generate tickets. So I'll be using task sequence. So I'll be using general tickets. So it will use IT002, and all the general tickets which are created, it will be sequenced with the prefix IT, and all other sequence will remain same. What will be the SLA plan? So it will be department's default SLA depending upon how you are creating your SLA. So I'll show you that also. Now thank you page. So pages, I'll show you that, and all the pages which are already available. So you can assign that page here. So auto assign, for example, if you have the users who are the default users within this department to take care of the tickets, so it will be automatically assigned to that particular user. For example, this agent has to take care of the IT tickets, so we'll be assigning automatically. So this is the automation part of it, which means that once the new ticket related to IT support is created, ticket will be assigned this particular format, and then the ticket will be assigned to this particular agent with a thank you page and save here. If I go here to the main page, I create open new ticket. Now that topic will be available here, which is IT support, but IT support has issue summary and issue details. But in case you want to have more fields here where user need to provide, so I'll be choosing that custom form here. So how I'll do that, I'll go here to forms and I'll create that custom form here. Now, for example, the custom form is related to IT support, and here you can give the instructions, please provide additional details, and here by default 4 fields are there. You can add multiple fields also here, so every time you can add multiple fields here. So at this moment you can add 4 fields. Now, for example, if it is user ID, official email, and AnyDesk user ID, so you can create the variables because this is a low code platform, which means that from here it will create the database asset ID, user ID, and official email, and here it will be yes or no option, or it will be a remote ID, suppose, and I'll be clicking add form. So now you can see here successfully updated the form. So IT support form is added. If I go back here to forms, you can see here custom forms, only one form is added here. And here earlier we added 4 fields here. Now it is giving me 2 more fields. So every time you want to edit this, it will add additional fields here. So you can update or you can add the fields also here. So for example, what is your location? This will be the list here. So I'll be choosing choices and I'll save it. Now, once the choices are added, so we can configure these choices also. So what will be the choices? You can see here that you have to enter the key and the value. For example, if it is 1 and it will be Sharjah, 2 it will be Dubai, 3 it will be Muscat, and so on. So what will be the default value? So I'll be choosing 1 here. So here I'll be saving it. So now you can see that we have configured the values also as a drop down. So save the changes. And now as we were managing the help topic, so we'll be going back to help topic, and in IT support, we'll be now bringing in the form, and here the IT support custom form, and all these fields are now added. I'll click on save changes. So now if I go back again here, and here if I choose IT support, it will open the IT support related form also here. You can see here that the drop down list is also here, and here you can of course add anything you want. You can add image, you can add table, or anything you want to have. So this way you can create the ticket using the custom form which is here, and these were the help topic related settings. So we'll be going to the filters. So what is the benefit of filter? Now, for example, you do not want the users to create the ticket who are not from your domain. For example, I'll add a filter here and I'll say that users only from SyncBricks. So execution order, it will be 1. Stop processing further match. So I'll do that. Filter status is active. And I'll be choosing the user email address, and it will be does not contain. So what will be the filter action? I'll choose here reject ticket, and internal note I'll mention users only on SyncBricks domain. So this filter is added now. So in this filter you can see here that the target channel is any, and then what is the filter rule? It means that user or email address does not contain this particular domain. What will happen? So we'll go to filter action, and in filter action we have chosen reject ticket and internal note is created. Save the changes. Now what will happen here if I try to create any ticket? Now suppose if I go back here to the main page and I'll open a new ticket, and I want to create a new ticket with this particular email address, and here it is just a feedback. I'll just add test and test, and let me add the captcha here, create ticket. Now you see here this help desk is only for the authorized users. So this was because we added this particular filter here. So depending upon your needs and requirements, you can do that. For example, if you do not want the users from Gmail or Yahoo or from Hotmail, to use this system. So you want only the uh, corporate emails or company emails to be used, and that could be any email. So you can restrict Gmail, Hotmail, Yahoo, and then you can use these filters. So this is the purpose of filters here. So there are various filters available. So if you see the rules, multiple rules are there, and in case you want to have a specific filter where you want to have a specific organization, when a specific organization is sending creating a ticket, it should be assigned to some specific users. When you are creating when the ticket is created by some specific domain user, so that user should get the priority and it should be assigned to some specific users. So that filter can be created here. So this is very flexible here in case you want to use that. So I'll be just deleting this rule from here. So I'll be going back here to filters. So this filter was created, so I'll be deleting this filter for the time being, for the sake of this tutorial. Then is SLA. Right now it is default SLA, so you can add the new SLA depending upon your needs and requirements. For example, this is the IT department SLA. It is active, so grace period is 2 hours, for example. And what is the schedule? So we'll be adding the default schedule right now. So these are two SLAs right now which are created. So I'll show you in detail also how we can create the schedule first and then how we can come back to SLA. So these are the schedules. So you have 4 schedules automatically created Monday to Friday, but in case you want to have Sunday to Thursday, so you can do that Sunday to Thursday, and type is the business hours, and here is the time zone. So schedule for Muscat. So create this schedule. So you can see here that Sunday to Thursday schedule is created, and this is the schedule name here, schedule description. Now we'll be adding the entries, that what are the days during the week which has to be added here. So I'll be adding the entry here, Sunday 1st of October from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. repeats weekly until 2050. So this way you can start adding all the days here and the schedule, the timing. So holidays list can also be added, and this way you can start creating your own schedule. So and that schedule can be then of course linked to the specific department. If I go here to department schedule, I'll choose Sunday to Thursday, and SLA can be overridden on ticket transfer or help topic change. Ticket overdue alert in case you want to disable. So save changes. And this is the SLA related settings, and we have also seen the schedule which is related to SLA, of course, by somehow. APIs, I'll be giving you the information related to APIs in the development section. That is for more advanced users where they can integrate with external applications. So you can create XML, JSON or email related, can also execute this on cron. So all of this has a complex settings. That's why I won't be covering in this particular section. Then is pages. You have different pages here. Landing page is here. In case you want to customize the landing page, you can do that also. When you create the ticket, there is a thank you page once the ticket has been created, and then there is a maintenance page also. So you can create multiple pages depending upon your needs and requirements. So I can create a new page, for example, here, and I can give it a name, IT support thank you page, and here you can use this is the thank you page. Activate it. Thank you for your request for IT support. We will contact you back soon. So you can of course add the logo, images, videos, whatever you want. So you can add that depending upon how your company works. So here I'll be adding this page. Now you will see here that these pages are added here. So IT support thank you page. And if I go back here to help topics, in help topics you could see that IT support was created, and in IT support you can see here new ticket option, and here was thank you page. So instead of system default, you can choose IT support thank you page and save the changes. So I can edit the existing page also. I'll go back here to pages, and here is the landing page. In landing page, of course, you can add various information here, and here in case you want to add any video here, so you can add that also. So YouTube video link can be added. Insert, save changes. So you can see here now video has also been added to the home page. So this way you can customize the landing page. In case you want to disable or enable that, you can do that as well. So offline page, in case your support ticketing system is offline, and here you can save. So this way you can customize, of course, depending upon the available options, you can customize to this level only. So it doesn't allow you to change the CSS, of course, that depends on the main theme. Then is the lists. So these are the task statuses. So if I go to task statuses list, so these are all the lists which are available when you are creating any ticket or task. So if I go here to this particular ticket, so you can see here, these are the ticket statuses, resolved, close. So these are all the statuses lists. So if you click on open, so what will happen? So open is the value of the status, and these are the properties. So in case I want to add a new status here within the ticket statuses, I want to create one status which is waiting for approval, and here will be item properties. It will be available in the open. Ticket needs approval. Save here, and here I'll add a new item here which will be approved, and here it will be open approved. Of course, you can start adding rejected also, and in this way. Now, if I go back to the ticket status here, and if I refresh this, I can now, of course, choose that particular status also, approved and waiting for approval. So if I, for example, if I change the status here, waiting for approval, and post reply, now you can see that the status of ticket is right now updated, please approve, and who has changed it, this person has approved and changed the status to waiting for approval. So if you go back here, now you can see here, these are the tickets which are added here. So in case I want to bring in the status also here, I can go here to the settings here, edit, and here in columns, so I'll bring in the column which is status and add, save. So I'll refresh this again. You can see here status is appearing here now. It is open and it is waiting for approval. So this way you can start customizing list also here. This is the list which was added. So in case you want to add a new custom list, so you can add the custom list depending upon how your organization or how your company or how your sport ticketing system works. So every status can then have multiple filters and multiple rules assigned to it. So it all depends how you want to configure. So this was all about lists. Now we'll move to the next section, which is plugins. In plugins, so there are no plugins right now installed. In case the plugins are already installed, you can configure those plugins. Otherwise, you can go here and add new plugin. In case the plugins are uploaded to the plugin section, so I'll show you that in the developer section, where you can understand that how the plugins can be uploaded and how the plugins can be installed in case you have not installed while you are doing the installation of osTicket. So this was all about the manage section within the admin panel. So we'll be now moving to the email section, and we'll see how you can configure the email for the osTicket. In this section, we'll be talking about the email, that how we can configure the email. You can see here, these are the default email addresses which are created. If I go to the settings of the email, you can see here that this way the emails are being set up. So default templates for the email will be used by osTicket default templates. So you can create the email templates by going to template section here. When the tickets are created, when the tickets are assigned to someone, once there is an internal note or in any external note. So all of these templates are here. You can customize those templates. So we can create a new template, add a new template set, SyncBricks templates, and I'll be choosing the osTicket default template set, and it is duplicate of default. So add a template. Now you can see here that we have not touched the original template. Original template is intact, which is system default right now. So we can start modifying these templates depending upon your company and default recipient. And here you are getting this email because you are a collaborator in the ticket. So depending upon what type of alerts are there now, for example, if it is internal activity alert, new message alert, task email template, and if it is going to external customer, for example, new message autoresponder. So here you can see this template. Here you can change the, for example, font size, font face, font color. And in case you want to edit this as HTML, so you can edit this as HTML also. So this will be inserted here. So link is inserted as this one. So you can edit this or unlink this depending upon how you want to configure this template. So this way the templates can be created. And for example, I'll activate this template. So it will be SyncBricks template set. Now in settings, you can of course assign the SyncBricks template set. So depending upon what type of email you want to configure, it could be no reply. And here admin email address is there. And in case you want to enable the incoming email, which means that it will automatically fetch the incoming emails and then it will create the ticket. But I'll show you that in another video. Here, how the outgoing mail works. So if your web server is already configured with the PHP mail function, so it will automatically send that email without you configuring any SMTP here. But in case you want to configure the SMTP, so that I'll show you in detail. Here is the ban list in case you want to ban, for example, if this is sending you junk emails, so you can ban this this user, so you can add more users here. Templates we have already seen, and diagnosis in case you want to check whether your email is working or not. So these are all the email addresses which are created when the system was set up. So it is osTicket alert, support, Syncprix, no reply. So I'll be adding a new email here. So which will be info@syncprix.com, and I'll give it a name Syncprix. And here the department, in case you want to choose the department for this particular email. So I want to create this the standard email for all the departments. So in case you want to fetch this, you can fetch the emails from here. And in case you have the SMTP server where you have the host name and the port number and the authentication also available, I have added my custom SMTP. So I'll be enabling that custom SMTP now. And now you can see here that custom SMTP is enabled. So if I go here to settings now, in settings I can go back here. Instead of default PHP mail function, I can choose now support at. So now I can test the email server here. I will go diagnosis and I'll choose from support, which is SMTP, which is not the PHP mail function now. So I'll be sending email to myself. So this is osTicket test email. This is using the custom SMTP and send message. So email has been sent. You can see here that the email has come from support info@syncprix.com to my email address. So I'll be creating a new ticket also. So for new ticket, ticket owner must get the email. So I'll be creating a new ticket here, and help topic is general inquiry. This is please configure, and I'll be creating this ticket. Ticket is created, so I must get an email now also. So you can see here new ticket alert from the osTicket. This is SB003 ticket is created from support. The ticket has come, and these are the details. So you can of course customize this template also, but what I wanted to show you that you can use the SMTP using your custom SMTP. So I'm using Bravo for the SMTP. So if you want to know more about Bravo, I have provided the link in the description where you can understand that how you can use the custom SMTP. So this was about emails. So these are the emails. You can create the emails for different departments, for different users, and then those can be linked here. So in settings, you can of course choose the default template set, default email, default alert email, admin email, and verify email address domain while sending the emails or email fetching. These are all the settings related to the emails. Ban list I have already explained, and diagnostic I have already explained. So this was all about the email configuration in osTicket. Now we'll move to the next section, which is agents. Agents are all the employees who will be resolving the support tickets. So it could be the support ticket related to different departments. So you can create the departments, then you can create the roles, and then you can create the teams, and then you can create the agents. For example, departments. So we created one department, which was IT department. Initially that we created, these were the default departments which were created as a result of the osTicket installation. Or let us move to the HR department. So we'll be creating a top level department, which will be a human resource department, who will be of course resolving the internal tickets of the users. So SLA will be this will be default SLA 18 hours. So in case you have created, schedule will be Monday to Friday, and manager will be, for example, this person, or you can leave it blank also. So ticket assignment will be department members. So all the members will be getting the tickets. And outgoing email, in case you have configured for this particular department, you can do that. Otherwise you'll use system default. New ticket, so autoresponder setting and all of that, in case you want to disable, so you'll disable, otherwise it is enabled. So who will be the recipient of this particular alerts and notifications, and then here you will be going to access that who will have the access to this department, agent to whom you will be giving the access to. So you can see here that we have created a human resource department now, and right now there is no agent which is assigned to this department. If I go to the agents, so right now only one agent is created. So I'll create a new agent now. For example, the agent name is, and you can of course set the rights here, whether the person is administrator or with limited ticket access only. Assigned agent will be having access to human resource department, and it will be having the limited access. Now we have created the agent. marked zone, which has the human resource department access, limited access, and permission is to create, delete, edit, manage, and use the users. Then organization, he has the access to create, delete, and edit the organization. Knowledge base, he has access to update and disable. Miscellaneous, he has ability to see all the agents, which is important because he might need to assign some other users also, which is very much important. And then the teams. So if there are multiple teams related to this particular user, so we can assign those teams here. But right now, there is no team related to HR department. So we'll be saving this particular agent. So if I go back to agents here, you can see these are two agents which are created. One is related to support, another is related to human resource department. So we can create the team, a group of agents within a specific team. Now, for example, if we have the support team, so support team will be the part of IT department, but that team will be relevant to only one specific function within the department. So IT department has a team, so we'll create team which is level 1 support. So you can also create the ERP support team, team lead. Of course, once the team is assigned, so you can create that. So this way the structure will work. So members, who will be members within this team, so you'll be creating these members. For example, we have these two and members here, so we'll be adding these members here within this particular team. So if I go back here to teams, so we can choose this team again, and then we can choose who will be the team leader. So team lead will be chosen from here, and then save the changes. So this way you can create the team and assign the team leader and assign the members to the team. So first step is to create the agents. So in case you want to change the department of this particular user, so you will just click this agent, and then you can click here and change the department, and then from here you can change the primary department was this. Now you are creating this with the all access and continue. So this way you can start changing the department of the agents. And then the roles, these are all the roles which are created. Limited view, so view only will not have any access to the ticket, will not have any access to the task, and will not have any access to the knowledge base. So these are all the type of permissions which are created. So a user cannot assign, close, create, or delete. So depending upon how you assign these permissions to the agents, so these permissions will work accordingly. So we'll be going to roles. These are all the roles. You can create a new role, head of department, and you created one new role. And now what will be the permissions to this role? So the user will be having role to assign, close, release, refer, and transfer. This will be only related to tickets, and I'll add this role. Any other permissions, so related to task, related knowledge, only ticket related two roles are there, assign and close, and plus refer, release, and transfer. So these are the roles of the users. So depending upon what type of role you want to create, you can create that role, and that role can be assigned to the agent. So agents can be created, and then agents will be part of the team will be part of the department. Agent will also have a specific role. So these roles are in fact the roles related to the system. So these are all the access control roles or access roles for the users to this particular osTicket system. So this was all about the administration panel. In administration panel, we have seen all these sections, which was dashboard, settings, manage, email, and agents. In settings, we have seen how we can do the company setting, system setting, task setting, ticket system, agent, and user settings. And in manage, we have seen how we can manage pages, topics, SLAs, schedules, and so on. In email, we have seen how we can configure the email, how we can set up the ban list, how we can we do various settings, how we can change the templates, and how we can diagnose. And then in agents, we have seen the roles, agents, teams, and departments. And one thing which we have not seen was the dashboard. So I'll show you the dashboard also. In dashboard, you can see all the warnings here. This is the system log. So all the tickets which are created, or the tickets which were denied. So you can see all of that here. Information, you will be able to see what type of server you are using, what is the available space, what is the use space, how much attachments are there, and what is the time zone, and so on. So in case you want to upgrade, you can upgrade that from here only. So this was all about the administration panel. Now we'll be going to agent panel, and we'll cover all the settings related to the agent.